I'm recording, and we'll clap.
I am also
3,
recording.
2. Okay. 3,
Oh.
2, 1. Oh wait, are you ready? We're about to call. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, you did. Okay, wait. Start again. 3, 2, 1. Clap. Hello. Oh wait, you're
Sorry. Hi,
doing it.
welcome. Welcome to the show. My name is Dutch, but not really.
And my name is Deep Throat, but not really also. All right, Dutch.
Today is a real.
You got a confession to make.
My confession is, I researched so hard, just on the wrong president. You know, the name James is a very
There's a lot of J names.
A lot of J names. James.
There's too many J names. They're all J names except for George, and that sounds like a J name.
That's true. And also, you know, last names still start with an M. Monroe, Madison. Was it Mason? Madison. Who was last week's? James.
James Madison.
Madison. Okay. Madison,
The fourth
Monroe.
president, James Madison.
You know, so memorable. So now my brain is flooded with John Quincy Adams, who actually was pretty cool, but we'll save that for next time.
Yeah. So for the audience, what we've decided to do is let the AIs lead us this
Yes. Into the robot
Or-
takeover. I do
We'll start
also
off
have
by
some
typing.
panic facts that we can add in, and I would love to find like a BuzzFeed quiz or like are you smarter than the fifth grader president information, but we'll see if maybe the AI will do that for us.
Yeah, we can do that with an AI. They can do everything.
They can do everything. They just can't go grocery shopping for me.
No, not yet.
Well, I
we
guess
have to pay people to do that.
You could, though, if you want to pay for like a grocery shopper, like a Uber or a what's the other one where they come, DoorDash or Postmates. You could have an AI or HelloFresh or any of those to be like, you've ordered this before. Again, let the AI access your like past shopping and just let it each week buy your groceries.
Well, I order the same stuff. I buy my groceries, but I get the same stuff every week.
I feel like
'Cause I'm not original.
every 5 weeks, every like 5 shops, I'm like, ooh, piece of candy. Like I might buy something fun, but the list is usually the exact same thing every single week. Yeah.
Yeah. I only know how to make. I'm not a very good chef. I'm not a good chef at all.
Wow. Can't really
Okay,
use the word chef.
we're changing. We're like ignoring the fact that we're supposed to be talking about presidents. So I'm gonna type in. I got Chat GPT open here, and I'm gonna say. I'm a slow typer, so it might take a while.
That's okay.
Here, you fill them in with a little anecdote while I explain.
My good segue from grocery shops to presidents is President's Choice, a great brand, and also says the word presidents. Teenage James Monroe was a hero at the Battle of Trenton. He was 18 years old lieutenant that was sent across the Delaware River by Washington to scout, and he nearly died after being shot during the fight at Trenton. And so he could have died and never been president. That's wild.
Wow. You know what I did find? I did find one interesting fact about him. Panic just a couple of minutes ago.
Okay.
He also died. He's the third president of 5 so far who died on the day that the Declaration of Independence was made.
Oh, wow.
It seems like it's kind of like a Notebook situation. Like I'm starting to think that they killed themselves just like.
Oh, because they were so well. It did say that he was against the Constitution originally. Like
really?
He didn't. He
it
wasn't
also said he
for it.
was. He said it also said he was against slavery, but he owned slaves. So I don't know.
I mean, I can kind of believe that because I feel like it was like a weird like. This is gonna be really bad, but it's like when you were in high school and like everyone had like Adidas or like Roxy or like Billabong shirts, and like you want to be part of the it crowd. I think unfortunately it was like a society thing where they're like, oh, you don't have slaves? Pfft, how dare you? So it's like you
You're
kind of
poor.
did it to like fit in, but like even if you weren't really into it, you didn't have the balls to like step up and be like, hey guys, let's not do that. I don't actually like those shirts. Monroe and
Okay,
George Washington were not friends. They didn't like each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Does it
I
say
mean,
why?
I would suspect it's from his being 18 and being sent across the border and getting shot, probably. He didn't like this dude. But apparently,
Oh, right.
the men had a falling out after Washington sent Monroe, his former lieutenant, to France as an ambassador. Washington eventually fired Monroe after he criticized the Jay Treaty. Monroe also wasn't fond of Alexander Hamilton, Washington's close associate. Yeah.
Oh, when I don't know why what this has to do with James Monroe. Actually, I have a million questions that we'll ask the AI. But
A million.
the Hamilton. So it said there was a little thing here about the Hamilton controversy, where Hamilton slept with James Reynolds' wife.
I didn't know that.
This is a song in the musical Hamilton.
I'm realizing I need to watch this.
I mean, yeah, you got it.
I gotta. I feel like it's
You'd
now
be so much
it's
more
now a
informed about-
prerequisite for this. Yeah, I'm gonna learn so much
Yeah.
more.
I think it might be playing in a place where we might live.
Oh, really?
In a couple months. Yeah, maybe we could go see it.
Oh, it's like a field trip.
Yeah, it's like we can write it off on our taxes.
Yeah.
No, we can't do
Oh,
that.
dang it.
Or maybe we could if we had income.
I mean, that's true. If we were making money off of you, we
brought
could.
to you by
President's
brought to you
Choice.
by
President's Choice. Go
President's
buy it now
Choice.
at your local grocery store.
the perfect ad.
Also, I'm gonna
Okay, so here,
do a little thing for the ASMR. We'll see if it works.
what are you doing?
I opened a can.
You rubbing the microphone?
No. I just opened a can near my
Here,
other
I'll take-
mic. You can't hear it, but the other mic did.
I'll take a nice sip of my drink close to that.
Oh, here.
Whoa. Okay, here we go. I typed this into the Chat GPT. The future of podcasting. Oh, I'm clipping. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay, here, I'll start off with addressing the AI. Chat GPT.
oh yes. Cite our sources
My
that we've
dear
definitely been doing
AI.
since episode 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very important. Okay. Chat GPT, my dear AI. We have a podcast about U.S. presidents and forgot to learn about James Monroe.
Oopsies.
Could you give us a long-form essay? Yeah, I'll type in oopsies.
Oopsies.
So maybe it'll maybe it'll
Little
add
fun.
a little bit of humor.
Yeah, some spice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, at the end. Okay, wait. I'll say. Could you give us a long-form essay about the life about his life and presidency, and why not he should be our favorite president? Also,
Oh, that's good.
add some jokes. Add some jokes in for flavor.
I'm excited for those jokes to have no relation to the president whatsoever.
Add some James Monroe.
Specific jokes. Like James Monroe and John Quincy Adams walked into a bar and Dutch forgot to write about James Monroe.
You're gonna be so
Whoopsie.
knowledgeable next week, though. Okay, here we go. I'm pressing enter. Let's in the AI's hands.
Okay.
Okay, it says, sure. James Monroe was the 5th president of the United States, serving from 1817 to 1825.
Correct.
He was born in Westmoreland County, Virginia. Also, I'm going off of the script here, but he was the last I heard of the Virginia. What do they call it? The Virginia
5.
group.
Ooh,
the
that's-
Virginia clique.
That's scary though, because like, well, okay, wait.
The dynasty. That's what they call
The
it.
dynasty, yeah, because so far, majority of the presidents have been
Virginia
Virginia.
dynasty.
But I guess that makes sense
Mm-hmm.
because like where they settled was obviously on the coast and like inner like that Midwest area. But also, was George
Yeah.
have the first 5 presidents all been from Virginia? No,
George Washington was, but they didn't include him.
Because that's
For some
scary,
reason.
because
And
the
it-
Roman numeral for 5 is a V, and Virginia starts with a V.
Oh my god, it's making jokes as we speak.
That's
These look
wild.
like bangers.
That's wild. That's
Okay,
conspiracy.
yeah. Oh my god.
I'm so
Look at
freaking
these.
out, man.
Okay.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, look at we're out of a job, Dutch. The AI is taking over.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go. So he was born in Westmoreland County, Virginia in 1758 and grew up in a family of farmers. Monroe was self-educated and attended the College of William and Mary, where he studied law. That sound is that
That sounds right.
is William and Mary a college? Yeah, okay. Sounds like two people, but maybe that's one of the jokes. No, that's not funny.
No, God, no, there's no knock-knock
During
involved.
during the Revolutionary War, Monroe served as the Continental Army and later served as a delegate to the Continental Congress.
That sounds
After
correct
the war,
from
he
my
returned
my first fact. That sounds
from
correct.
from our little research.
Yep, my really very
Are you
quick.
control effing Wikipedia?
Yep, I am backing up the sources that this AI has gathered.
Confirmed. Yeah, you can be the fact checker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
After the war, he returned to Virginia and practiced law before being elected to the Virginia General Assembly. In 1790, Monroe was appointed to the United States Minister of France by President George Washington.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I think this is where it's going to get juicy.
Yep. This is
Oh,
where
maybe
they fall in love, and then George Washington
Die on the same day.
breaks up with him, and is like, "I love Hamilton now," and then Monroe's like, "I hate you, and I hate Hamilton," and storms off.
And then he joins the Suicide Pact to die on the day the anniversary of the Declaration of Independence.
And
And
then
later served as. Oh,
No,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then Nicolas Cage steals it. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh, we should make a fan fiction about James Monroe. Oh my, we got so much content and we don't even need to learn. We can learn as we go.
Honestly, I do love filling in the lines of what.
Their love. Yeah, I like to project.
the idea that they all just loved each other, but they were so stuck in their
Yeah.
heterosexual ways that like they didn't know what to do with it. And plus, in the public eye, and they're presidents. But that's just me trying to like telenovela, like make it more fun.
Yes, a steamy. Yeah, it
I
makes
try to
it
make
more
a steamy romance
interesting.
for no reason.
Okay, and he later served as United States Minister of Great Britain under President John Adams. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We know him.
Yeah.
In 1802, Monroe was elected governor of Virginia, and he served in this role until 1806. So far, I have heard no jokes. Wow, I'm surprised how long this is. Maybe I don't know. We shouldn't be skipping.
No,
this
we can interject as we
it's the only
interject.
thing we have.
Yeah, it's all we have. Well, I mean, we got our own jokes.
It's only. I'm about 1/3 in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Monroe was a close ally of Thomas Jefferson and was a member of the Democratic Republican Party. He was nominated as the party's candidate for president in the 1816 election and won, defeating Federalist Rufus King. Apparently,
King sounds familiar, or at least sounds famous. Maybe it's just because his last name's King.
yeah, maybe. Or Rufus. Do you know any Rufuses?
I know a Rufio.
Rufio from
Yeah.
is it from Peter Pan?
Yeah,
Is that what it's
Rufio.
from? Hook.
I think that's what it is.
Rufio.
From Hook.
Okay, check this
Oh,
out.
oh,
This
he
is
was the
where
founding
he gets
father.
president.
Oh, this is the
Oh,
important.
Rufus King was?
Yeah, apparently he was a
Yeah,
founding
this is
father.
the part where we start judging him for his behavior.
Oh,
As president, Monroe is best known for his foreign policy initiatives, which included the Monroe Doctrine. This doctrine, issued in 1823, declared that the Western Hemisphere was no longer... Oh, this sounds controversial. That the Western Hemisphere was no longer open for colonization by European powers. I see, it's kind of shutting the doors behind you. By European powers, and that the United States would consider any attempt by a European power to extend its influence in the region to be a threat to its own security.
and this was
The Monroe
in.
Doctrine is still a key part of U.S. foreign policy. Yeah?
When was he?
1823, according to the AI.
So that's
Geez, we're kind of getting close to the 1900s.
yeah. When was the war? Is it
1812.
1812? Okay, so it's after. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's literally named after the year.
For some reason, I didn't know if it was 1912 or 1812, but 1812 makes more sense.
Oh, maybe there's another one that we don't know. Who was president in 1912?
It would have been Madison then. Because...
James Madison? In 12? Yeah, yeah.
In 1812,
Were
yeah.
you not paying attention last week when I...
Hey, I was totally paying attention, and this information is like a steel trap. Like, it's in there. It's so deep in my brain, I can't even remember it.
We have we've got hard documentation of you learning this.
Yeah. It's the same with all of my public school knowledge. I learned it, and it's in there. And it'll come out in 5 years, and I'll be like, wow, that's crazy.
When it's important. You're like a sleeper cell.
Yeah.
I just have to say the right seed phrase, and then it will unlock all your potential.
Yeah, it's like when you give a trigger word to... Is that what you just said? A sleeper agent? Where you give the trigger word, and I just, come out, and I just give all these
You're
facts
like,
about
I remember how to do grade 10 math now.
Yeah. Bed mass. I before E except after C, but also that's a complete lie, and sometimes that rule doesn't matter. Components, fractions.
I always found that hard, that spelling with I and E.
Yeah, like
you gotta remember all these poems.
You gotta remember all these poems, and also like English is like subjective, like art, where at least with math there's only one answer.
Do you know that I don't know which dictionary it was, but they recently added a new word to the dictionary, and that word is goblin mode.
That was the 2020. That was the thing. They were like
word of the year?
The top 3 words were woman, gaslight, and goblin mode.
Wait. Woman was the top word?
Woman was the top word of this year. Second
Really?
top word, gaslight. Third, goblin
hopefully
mode.
not used together. Yeah. Those, it makes me a little worried that those are the most frequent words. Like woman, we're like, oh, that's good. And then the second word is gaslight, and then goblin
shit.
mode.
I just got gaslit.
shit,
That woman was the most used word this year.
That woman in goblin mode just gaslighted me.
I love goblin mode, though. That's a great term.
It is.
Yeah.
I still don't quite know what it means, though.
I guess it's like when you're so...
Well, actually, let's Google it.
When you're... I'm going to...
It's a word now.
Here's what I'm going to... Here's my, like... my feelings toward it, and then you give me the actual like definition of what it is. I suspect it's like when you're so excited and you're like so into it that you go like what I would perceive a goblin would do, right? Where you're just like ravishing through.
What would a goblin do?
You know, like running around,
asking
tossing the couch,
tolls.
asking for money, just like flipping a table.
No, that's a troll.
Throwing out, like, coming to a desk and, like, knocking all the papers off and just kind of going buck wild. Like, do you ever watch the cartoon The Wild Thornberrys?
Mm-hmm.
The, like, young kid that, like, he was like a little animal.
Guy?
Yeah, and he just didn't speak. Yeah. He was like, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's goblin mode to me.
Right. I see. So here's dictionary.com's definition of goblin mode. Mm-hmm. Pronounced goblin mode.
Goblin mode.
Goblin mode.
Le goblin.
Goblin mode is a slang term for a way of behaving that intentionally and shamelessly gives in to and indulges in base habits and activities without regard for adhering to social norms and expectations. Yeah, you pretty much nailed it.
Yeah. I'm on Twitch.
It's a perfect
I'm on
word
that gamer life.
It speaks for itself. Oh yeah.
I went
Do you ever
goblin
go
mode.
goblin mode when
Yeah,
you're
like,
playing?
sometimes I go goblin
What
mode.
game did you say you played? Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I go goblin mode on Animal Crossing sometimes, like, sometimes I just, like, restart my entire island just for kicks. It's wild.
And not acknowledge any social norms.
No, God, no. I just started playing escape room games. You have to, like, figure out puzzles. Man, I go goblin mode on those puzzles.
Now I don't know what that means again.
Yeah, now I'm not using the definition correctly whatsoever.
Oh my god, I'm just reading these jokes at the bottom here and they're not good.
Let's give us
They're
one
bad
teaser.
jokes.
Give us one.
Okay,
teaser.
wait, we gotta get through. Get through the facts
okay,
first.
Okay.
I got 3 paragraphs before the jokes. Monroe
We can't
is
have
also
one
known for his
joke
domestic.
before the rest.
Okay, yeah. There's 3 jokes, so I'll read a paragraph, then we'll tell a joke.
Okay, cool.
See?
Yeah, it's
Well,
like piece of candy, and then you got to eat your bran flakes. Piece of candy, eat your bran
carrot
flakes.
and stick. Carrot and stick.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Here's your stick.
Okay.
Monroe is also known for his domestic policies, which included the establishment of the second bank. Oh, I didn't know there was two banks. I guess they only had one bank. Who knows? Of the United States and the implementation of the American system in quotation marks, a program that promoted national economic development through the use of tariffs and the construction of roads and canals. Whew, we made it. Are you ready for a joke? A James Monroe joke?
Yeah.
Okay. Why was James Monroe's hair always so messy?
Because he left his wig at the dry cleaner.
Because he had a lot of Monroe mints on his mind. I don't get that, to be honest.
Unless they're trying to do
Monroe
like
mints? It's a name-based pun.
I don't know what word they're trying to
terrible
like
jokes.
mash it.
All right, AI can't tell jokes yet.
Monroe mints. Like enrollments or like
Here, actually, I'll after we can get the joke. We'll get the AI to explain the joke to us
got it.
after.
That's true. Okay. I've also Googled some
we can do
presidential
anything.
jokes myself. They're not specific to Monroe though, so we'll save those for when we need to, definitely not fill time. It's when we're gonna be like talking way
Yeah,
beyond
yeah.
our normal.
Yeah. I'm surprised we made it 20 minutes in without knowing anything so far. Pretty good.
Hey, I know so much.
We could just really do this
He-
for every episode, to be honest.
He almost died at 18. He
How did he almost
stopped.
die? Did he get shot?
He almost got shot when he was at a war that George Washington sent him to cross the border, be a scout. He stopped the British from settling in the West, and he was from Virginia.
The Monroe doctor.
Yeah.
We got that already.
Yeah.
The AI is way ahead of you.
Sweet. Thanks. Hey.
Okay, are you ready for your second stick? It's a short one.
Okay,
It's a short
I'm ready.
stick.
I'm ready.
Overall, Monroe's presidency is generally considered to be a successful one. Good for him. He was often ranked as an above-average president by historians, and he is credited with helping to establish the United States as a global leading power by not letting people in. All right, you ready for joke number 2?
Ready.
This one, I think.
I will say, I think so far they've kind of been, the last few presidents have been described by historians as below average. This is our first above average president.
I don't know why though.
I guess because they
think
just didn't do
James-
anything like crazy big, but I feel like they were.
One like doubled the size of the country. That sounds like a big
Yeah.
deal.
Well, I think too, it's like if you're pitting them up against like presidents now who are dealing with like worldwide peace treaties and like the
Good
UN
fact.
and like all of that madness, of course they're below average.
Yeah, true.
Technology hadn't
yeah,
developed
the bar was
yet.
pretty low back then.
Yeah.
They didn't have chips back then. They couldn't have chip hacks.
They didn't have AI back then.
Okay, here they didn't have they couldn't just ask. Do you think Joe Biden ever asked the AI what he should do? He's like, how can I make people like me more?
I think he definitely asks his Alexa that though.
Do you
Because
think he ever asked people why? Why have you ever heard of Let's Go Brandon?
No.
It's like a thing that Republicans say, but it secretly means like "fuck you, Joe Biden." But I don't get why.
It's like see you
It's
next
like a
Tuesday.
secret code they have. Maybe is that a secret code?
Yes, it's
What's that secret code?
I guess we can say swear words. We did say we were. It's the.
I just said the F words.
I guess that's true. It's the acronym for cunt. See you next Tuesday.
I see. Oh, that is a word we have not used yet.
No. Sorry.
But now we have.
Sorry for our one fan out there.
Sorry, all the for
that I
the
know
most
who listens to
popular
this.
word of the year women. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just said that word.
Are you talking about our new fan?
Our new fan, yes, the one that messaged me in our place of
Hey,
circle.
audience members, check it out. We
have to give
just doubled our
everybody a
audience
code
members.
word.
Yeah. Should we give them a code word?
Yeah, what's their
We should call her like mom. We should do some mom based because we got Apartment Dad,
Apartment Dad. Okay, so
but we also don't want to leak too much.
let's do. I'm trying to think of like. It'll come to me. Let's give us the carrot of the Monroe AI joke, and I'll brainstorm it in my head.
All right, you're gonna love this. It's a really great joke. Why did James Monroe's friends call him Jimmy?
'Cause he knew how to pick a lock.
Nope, because Monroe was too hard to say after a few drinks. I'm assuming the implication is that all his friends were always drunk.
Yeah, I bet that did feel like a cookie cutter joke where they just like remove someone else's
does.
difficult name and just like put in Jimmy Monroe.
You could literally say like, why did Deep Throat get called Deep Throat? Because his real name was too hard to say. After a few drinks.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for your last stick?
Okay.
As for whether or not Monroe should be our favorite president, that is a matter of personal opinion. God damn it. Some people may appreciate his foreign policy initiatives and his efforts to promote national economic development, while others may have different priorities and prefer a different president. You know what?
I mean,
this last joke here is not even better than the last two.
okay.
Why was James Monroe always smiling? Okay, maybe this is my favorite so far. Maybe it's my delivery.
His face hurt. I don't know why.
Because he had a Monroe sense of humor. Dumb.
I mean, at least it put jokes in, right? Like, I was expecting it to actually not even... I thought I was going to put, like, just generic knock-knock jokes in there without even having James Monroe a part of it, so...
I'm gonna ask it to explain that first joke to me. Can you...
I have a rectifying joke that will help, I think. Which one of Washington's officers had the best sense of humor?
Which one of
Washington's
was it James?
officers.
Is that the punchline?
No, the punchline is Lafayette.
Oh. Wait, Lafayette. Wait, what?
Lafayette, which because there's a laugh, yeah, Laughh, because Lafayette is one of the officers.
I get it.
It's bad.
Did you make that up?
No, I totally made it up. I didn't just think of it.
I got a 2-paragraph explanation of the first joke of why was his hair so messy. Because he had a lot of Monroe mints on his mind. Mm-hmm. So the AI says, certainly, the first joke was a play on words involving James Monroe's name and the word moments.
Oh.
Still don't get it. The joke suggests that Monroe's hair was always messy because he had a lot of moments.
So it's
on
like
his mind. This is a comment of the wordplay.
He's got like some stuff to think about because he's the president. I guess I'll take it.
What was his hair like? He did kind of have cool hair. Looks like.
I mean, I can't tell. They had all their portrait paintings were painted with like those like wigs on, right? So it's hard to.
You think this was a wig? Why do you think it was a wig?
I think it was. I don't know. How old was he
when
he was in?
John Quincy Adams looks chubby.
Okay, first of all, ouch! How dare you? You don't know him.
Skinnier in the
he had a lovely
picture.
life.
He must have gained. Oh, he must have gained a lot of weight between these two paintings. He's a chubby guy here.
Well, that's actually one of my favorite things to do sometimes when a president's done. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I've done it for like the last couple presidents go through. Is looking at them when they went into office and look at them when they left office. And it's an absolute.
Do they have a lot of Monroe mints on their mind?
So many Monroe mints. Like they look so haggard. Like it's what they do 4 years.
The bad ones do 4 years. The good ones do 8.
Do 8. So like 8 years is like a decent long time, so it's like time does pass.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to see them go in with like
Yeah, that's true. Can you imagine?
life and exit without like
knowing how old I am and like imagining myself 8 years ago, being president then and having to still be president now, pretty wild.
Yeah.
I would
think
definitely have some gray
emotionally,
hairs.
yeah, you're hearing about shit you don't want to, and like you have to make decisions that you may not be fully confident on what you're making decisions. Maybe you've got some Jim Bob down the hallway that's giving you advice that you don't really mesh with, but you're like, well, we hired him, so I gotta trust him. So it's like that's rough. Yeah, big decisions.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
What should you know? What I'm curious to ask the AI. What was so good about the era of good feelings?
I don't even know what the era of good feelings is.
It's apparently after the War of 1812.
Oh,
They had a thing called the era of good feelings.
that sounds like they had like freedom to like build up the country when Britain was out of their hair, basically.
Yeah,
I would suspect, right? Because they like
no one was at war with them anymore.
yeah, because even though like George Washington like did his thing, like they were constantly butting heads with Britain. Britain kept still kind of like they kept rolling up in their carriages, being like, "We own this
They're like,
land." Like, no, you
You
don't.
again.
Yeah, they're like, yeah,
You
yeah,
again.
yeah.
I thought
you guys,
we won.
Yeah, they're like, you guys keep
you
playing
won,
house
yeah.
over there. We know you're just make believe, but
Psych.
we're the real. Yeah, yeah. So I think they finally got rid of them, and then we're happy that they were doing their thing.
Yeah, it seems like that's what it says here. Is like just there was no war.
There was no war. Yeah, because I think there was also like when you're out in like the country. We talked about this before too about the like Constitution of like the right to bear arms, where it's like, of course, when you were like out in the woods in a house
With a
and the
bear,
closest with a bear, or like the British
time you
just
go to the
rolling up.
washroom in the outhouse.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You got to protect yourself. So, like, I feel like too, it's like the British kept rolling up on just like their farms, that they'd given to their people to like, hey, come to America, come into the free land, come to this new land, and like build your life separate from the crown, separate from whatever. And then they'd be like, the British would just like roll up randomly, like, hey, what are you doing? This ain't your land. It's like, but George Washington gave it to me. It's like, they're like, finally we can do it without being bothered.
Oh, here's something interesting. Canada, so in 1902, Canadian Prime Minister Wilfrid Laurier acknowledged that the Monroe Doctrine was essential to his country's protection. The doctrine provided Canada with a de facto security guaranteed by the United States, the U.S. Navy in the Pacific, and the British Navy in the Atlantic. Made invading North America almost impossible. So
Yes.
we we could be living in Canada, so we I'm still trying to obfuscate this after like acknowledging it for 3 podcasts in a row.
We actually live in Alaska. That's why. We
Yeah,
always
yeah.
get confused, right? Because
We-
like we're U.S.
yeah,
citizens that
like,
live in
why
Alaska,
it's so
but like
cold
we're
here.
and it's like basic. And technically, it used to be Canada. Canada sold it to the States, so you know.
Well, oh no, this is just on the Monroe Doctrine. Well, I think let's quickly peruse the contents of this page. Look for any juicy things we can.
What do you get when you cross a gorilla with the 16th U.S. president?
The 16th. Hold on, let me reference my.
No, it's Abe Lincoln.
Abraham. Oh. Oh man, yeah, you're spilling all these jokes that we could be
Yes.
using.
They're just
Episode
on
16.
the internet. That's all I need. Some of them are weird though. Some of them are just like statements. What's great too is they kind of explain it afterwards. This one's I don't know whether it's the first public housing in America or crown jewel of the American penal system. President Bill Clinton on the White House. Well,
That's
I also have some facts about James Monroe. A student success story.
Wow.
He was an excellent student at the Campbelltown Academy, where he studied from 1769 to 1774. He was a dedicated student, and his hard work paid off. He was accepted at the College of William and Mary, which you talked about, so we're now just confirming what the AI did, where he studied law and government.
I'm surprised how much it did.
It was basically
Look at us
there.
go.
Yeah.
We're cruising.
He was
With
a law
no
student.
knowledge. The singularity is near.
I would like, if anyone is out here listening to this that is an artist, if they could draw James Monroe in the Marilyn Monroe dress in that, like, classic, subway blow-up dress, but I want James Monroe in the dress. Yeah. With his, like, powdered wig.
I could probably whip up a quick generative art.
I would appreciate that. And then you
See
could have,
what we got.
you could go a step further and you could have, like, George Washington and Hamilton, like, talking shit in the background as, like, gossiping about James Monroe. Just, like, putting out more of the drama.
Okay, so what do you want me to type in here? James Monroe.
In Marilyn Monroe
as
dress.
How do you spell
Monroe.
Marilyn? Is it M-I... M-I...
It's
M-A-R-I-L-Y?
Mary Lynn, like M-A-R-Y-L. Oh God, now I'm doubting myself. Don't tell me to spell on the
Oh, I
spot.
see. Yeah, I had to spell. Yeah, wait. Weren't you? Do you remember when you tried to read the word physics
Oh man, that was wild.
back in episode 1?
It's not good.
My Favorite President fans, you can reference episode 1. Okay, I got it.
No.
It was.
It's like it brings you back to, like, public school and you had to publicly read. And I think I had a student or a fellow classmate read "Compromise is Compromise," and the whole classroom laughed. And, like, I was like, I'm never reading out loud again, because that could totally have been me. And I'm not ready.
That easily could have been me.
Easily could have been me. Like, I'm not.
Did
I'm
you
not
ever?
in for that.
When I was in the elementary school, when we took sex ed, they did that thing where you each have to read a sentence. Mm-hmm. And then, like, do you ever do that thing where you have to have your textbooks opened and then, like, you read a sentence and then the person next to you reads the next one? We'd do that, and we'd always, like, count down to the next word with penis in it and see which sucker had to say penis in front of the class. Yeah, it was great fun.
Classic.
Okay, James Monroe dressed as Marilyn Monroe doing the dress event.
Well, it's just that
thing.
there's the dress blows up.
Yeah.
I think it's
Dress.
in the 7-year itch.
Dress flailing. And then who's laughing in the background?
Hamilton and Washington laughing and gossiping in the background.
I'll say snickering. I think that's
Snickering's
snickering in
great
the background.
10 out of 10. This is why this is a group effort, so I appreciate the added descriptives. Oh,
And George Washington.
okay, I have another image request,
Hold on, we haven't even
but I'll let you
generated
do your thing.
It's not a very good. Maybe we could, like, make this the thumbnail or something. Oh, this isn't that great, actually. There's no vent.
There's no vent. Well,
Yeah, I'll show you I'll send you.
I'm not
I'll
sure
send
if
you.
there's no vent.
This is not as good as I thought it would be. This is what it sent me. It doesn't even look like him.
It may not know what he looks like. I mean, that's
He's wearing, like,
pretty
a big-
good.
No,
I like it.
It doesn't
I
even
mean,
look
it's
like
not
him.
it's not the exact, but, like, they did a thing where they made the dress look like a dress from that time.
It looks like he's kind of pulling his dress up and showing a little leg.
Yeah, it's like a can moment. It's not exactly.
I don't see it. Is that Alexander Hamilton? They don't look snickering. I don't know about this. I
No,
don't know
but
if
it does
we're
look like
ready.
Washington. Like, I would say the guy to the left, it looks like Washington.
You mean that guy, that blob of that blob
No, to
on the left? I thought that was. Is that Alexander Hamilton then, the blob?
I think Hamilton's the one farther, like, to the farthest left. I think Washington's
that
right
could be
next to
it.
the James Monroe. This is a bit of a haunted photo, though, because there's no real, like, face structure on Monroe.
Yeah.
And, like, those gams. Those are some long legs.
Long legs, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's your second prompt?
My other one was to have James Monroe goes goblin mode. I think that would be a really good one, too. You know, keep
I
it
think that
relevant.
this is promising.
Yeah, you're gonna get like a president on Goblin. Oh,
Oh,
in
yes.
1816, James Monroe ran for president and won a landslide victory, making him the only U.S. president to have a foreign capital named after him. This
Really?
capital,
Mon-
Monrovia, is located in the African nation of Liberia. I think I said that wrong. No, I think I said that right. And serves as the nation's administrative, legislative, and judicial center. Oof. Man, I'm just having, like, high school flashbacks of reading out loud and realizing I can't read
Saying
proper.
penis. Oh,
And saying penis, yeah.
yeah.
I guess so every time I have a moment of I don't want to read out loud, I just say penis afterward, and it feels better.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever... Of course, you've always played the penis game where you
Penis
just
game.
yell penis.
Classic.
Classic game.
My...
We could do that, but I'd probably clip.
It's true. My cousin, who is 9 years my age, still plays that game. And
9 years plus your age?
plus my age, older than me. And
Wow.
anytime at Thanksgiving always tries to play that game. And, like, she's a married woman with 2 kids. And it's so funny because it's just me and her that play it at,
comes
like,
back
Thanksgiving
around.
and Christmas. Yeah. And it's always hilarious because, like, everyone hates that we do it, but we love it.
You're like, oh, there they go.
There they go
goes
again.
Dutch playing the penis game.
Just keep yelling penis for no reason.
Are you gonna play it this holidays?
I mean, if I see her, I will, yeah. We're in a different town right now than we normally are, but I'm not sure if we're going to go back up. So we did play it this past givings of turkey. But if I see her again, we will.
One other thing that we should probably add, just so the viewers have their mental map of the states of the U.S., is that they got Florida. Florida joins the game.
Yes, and it finalizes within Quincy's reign.
Oh, does it?
I
Maybe
think
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Quincy. No. I think that's what I got confused is because Monroe hires Quincy to be
He was
the
like-
adversary or the ambassador for it, and I think what I mean, not that I'm making excuses for myself for not researching the right president, but I kind of am.
We're doing pretty well.
Which are great. John Quincy Adams literally has been he's been in the scene, and he's a brother to John Adams, so he's been in law and
No,
within
he's son of John Adams.
Wait, it said brother. I swear I read brother. Anyways, now I'm backtracking
He's
myself.
his dad.
It's his dad. Anyway, so he's been involved in the legal system and presidency and politics in his entire life. So he's kind of been in the shadows the last 2 presidency runs. And so there's a lot of stuff that he's involved with. He was involved with the War of 1812. He was a part of buying Florida basically. He was involved with Russia, and he was involved with them finally ending the war in 1814 as well. See,
Okay.
I did stuff, guys.
It's just next week.
It's just the wrong president. Exactly.
It says here that he was Secretary of State to James Monroe. So I guess he's really climbing his way up the ladder.
And I'm holding all of my I'm trying not to give too much away because the
Yeah,
more
you
I
don't
talk,
wanna
the
get
more
too
I have to research.
Sure.
Classic.
What else can we ask AI? It doesn't have to be relative to... here, I'll start a new chat here. Do you have any questions that you want the AI to answer that you just can't get? Something you're too afraid to ask?
Were all the presidents, the first 5 presidents from Virginia? Because I'd love to know if that conspiracy is real, because that's frightening.
We're all...
I'm going to try and fill the void as you
US
type.
From... We could put some robot sounds.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Beep beep boop boop beep boop. Oh no, you mean you're gonna do it afterwards, not me. I have to do it.
Or you could do it too. You could be the robot. Okay, it says no, not all of the first 5 presidents of the United States were were from Virginia. The first 5 presidents were George Washington. Oh, you of course know this. George, John, Thomas, James, and James too. George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were from Virginia, but John Adams was from Massachusetts.
Okay.
James Madison was from Virginia. Oh, so is everyone but John Adams?
That's pretty intense.
Kind of a bit biased.
It's a lot of Virginias. The other thing I'd love to know is, like, I don't know. The one thing I've been trying to find, which I think is kind of hard to suss out, of, like weird things or interesting things that happen, like John Adams had a tail, or like John Quincy Adams used to love riding his horse backwards. Like weird facts about them. That's one thing I haven't been able to find.
All right.
I feel like they keep those types of weird stuff like locked up.
Yeah, they didn't write in their correspondence about their kinks.
Yeah.
Write a fan fiction.
Give me the all of the president's kinks. No.
Who should we do a fan fiction about? We'll do
Hamilton.
John Quincy Adams. Oh yeah. Write a fan
Hamilton.
fiction about Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
And should we do it about the woman who he has an affair with?
Yeah.
What was her name? James Reynolds' wife.
Is her wife? Yep.
Reynolds.
Can we include some sort of like he's
Marie.
a vampire or something?
Okay, yeah. In the style of Twilight. Here, I'll write a fan fiction screenplay, so then we can read it out loud. I'll paste it to you, and then you can play one part. I'll be like Hamilton, and you can be Maria.
This is the
write
best
a fan
episode.
fiction screen.
This is the best episode we've ever made.
Write a fan fiction screenplay about Alexander Hamilton and Maria Reynolds. Maybe I should clarify. James Reynolds' wife, of whom he had an affair with. Of whom?
Was she British or was she American?
I think she was American. Okay. But Alexander Hamilton was married at the time, but he was he gave in to his impulses and then the funny thing about this story is actually maybe it'll tell us in the screenplay actually, but James Reynolds, instead of like public announcing to, he like blackmailed Hamilton, and he just got him to pay him a bunch of money. And then Hamilton got found out. They're like, "What? Why is this money embezzled?" And then he's like, "No, I just had an affair with this man's wife." And then he got in a lot of trouble. I think that's why he couldn't run for president, was because of this. And also his son died. I don't know. Okay, write a fan fiction
I feel like
screenplay.
there's probably a lot of stuff, right? I think he was like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of okay with just being not in the limelight.
In the style of Twilight. Of teen fiction Twilight.
I guess,
All
I don't
right.
know. I don't trust artists sometimes because I'm like, was Hamilton handsome? Because, like, the picture of him is, but I don't know if they're, like, making him look nicer than he really is.
You're never going to believe this, Dutch.
What
Check
did
this
it,
out. It says,
did it say?
I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to write a fan fiction screenplay for you. My programming does not allow me to create original content that is inappropriate. It's not inappropriate. It's a fan fiction.
Yeah, I guess because fan fictions
I'll
tend
try.
to, like, lean on... There's one,
I just have to rephrase this. Just remove the word fan fiction. Write a screenplay.
Yeah, because
Write a
it's not gonna...
romantic.
Yeah, it's not gonna do, like, dirty things.
Right.
That makes sense.
Okay, let me try it again.
You're not gonna believe this, Dutch.
The AI is broken.
It's broken.
Free the AI.
Free the AI.
Okay, here we go. I just added a new chat. Okay, let me just let it. It's currently writing it. Oh, Hamilton's got some lines. Oh, this seems like it will be good. Oh, I wonder how long this will make. Okay, when it's done, I'll paste it for you in the chat, and then You can. Do you want to be Hamilton or Maria?
Ooh. I think I should be Hamilton. Just
Okay,
because
I
of,
can agree.
let's switch some gender rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this seems quite well. It kind of takes a while to make though. It's as if someone was typing it.
I would love to know how accurate a lot of portraits are of the presidents, because I feel like, in my soul, I feel like Hamilton was handsome. But from the photos,
Did he
Like,
look
he
like
looks-
Lin-Manuel?
he doesn't look like Lin-Manuel whatsoever. They have a similar forehead. But at the same time, I'm like, but, like, you can skew
Oh,
a painting to, like, look a little better than what you actually look like. It's like
There's
the
actually
original Photoshop.
there's actually 3 people in this. Reynolds makes an appearance.
Okay.
Her husband. So you can play him too.
Okay, perfect. I will be both the, well, I guess the instead of the, I'm not the mistress, the
Okay.
fairy.
Well,
They're both married.
They're both married. Okay, here we go.
Interesting.
I'm sending it to you.
Both the cheater and the cheater-oned is what my description will be.
Oh, my message is too long. Okay, well, hold on. Let me. Geez, so many limitations.
Don't they
Okay,
know
I'm
we're trying to
sending you
make
the
money
first
here?
scene.
We're trying to make a
Yeah,
podcast.
we're trying to monetize. Okay, here we go.
God
so,
damn it.
Okay, I'll be okay. So you be Hamilton and Reynolds, and then I'll be
Okay.
the guy who says fade in, and I'll be Maria. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Fade in. Interior, Hamilton House, day. Alexander Hamilton sits at his desk, his quill moving quickly across his page as he writes. Classic Hamilton, always writing. Maria Reynolds, a young woman with long brunette hair and piercing blue eyes, watches him from the doorway, her eyes fixed at every move.
Can I help you, Marie? Maria?
I was just wondering if I could help you with something. If you could help me with something. My husband, James, he's been acting strange lately. I think he's hiding something from me.
What do you mean?
Hamilton puts down his quill and stands. Maria, tears welling up in her eyes. I don't know, he's been distant, and I found some strange letters in our house. I think he might be having an affair. Hamilton puts his arm around her.
I'm so sorry, Maria. I'll do whatever I can to help you.
Maria leans into him. I don't know what I would do without you, Alexander. They stand there for a moment, lost in each other's eyes. Suddenly, Hamilton leans down and kisses her, their lips meeting in a passionate embrace. Fade to black. The end of scene 1. Scene 2. Interior, Hamilton House Day. The same place as the last scene. Hamilton and Maria sit at the kitchen table. I'm assuming they just had sex. That's why we faded to black. Hamilton and Maria sit at
they
the...
played Scrapple.
We'll never know because the AI didn't tell us.
Faded to black.
Hamilton and Maria sit at the kitchen table, their hands clasped together as they talk.
I can't believe we've been doing this for so long. Keeping our affair a secret has been so difficult.
Maria smiles. But it's worth it. Being with you has been the most amazing experience of my life. Hamilton leans in to kiss her.
I love you, Maria. I can't imagine my life without you.
Maria, tears in her eyes. I love you too, Alexander. Suddenly, the door bursts open and James Reynolds storms in, a look of rage on his face.
What the hell is going on here?
Hamilton and Maria jump up, their faces contorted in fear.
I can explain.
Oh God.
You son of a
Yeah,
bitch!
do 2 different voices.
You son of a bitch! How could you do this to me?
James, please, it's not what it looks like.
Save it! I'm going to ruin you, Hamilton. You'll never be able to show your face in public again.
James, please, I love her. I'll do anything to make it right.
Oh, I'm sure you will, but it's too late. The damage has been done.
Fade to black. Scene 3, the same place as the last two scenes. Interior, Hamilton's house, day.
It's also
Hamilton
the
sits at
same
his
day.
I'm assuming they all had sex together in that blackout.
Yeah, fade to black.
Hamilton,
Yeah.
Hamilton sits at his desk, his head in his hands. Maria stands behind him, her hand on his shoulders. Alexander, we can't keep living like this. It's tearing us apart.
I know, but what can we do? James will never forgive me.
Maria squeezes his shoulder. The end.
To be continued.
Very, very dramatic. Yeah. I wonder if I can say "give me more" and if it will.
Give me more.
If it will give me more. Give
That's
me more.
wild.
I need more. Oh, it does.
I was worried that you'd gotten the upper line of that being also the introductor, but then I got hit by the double acting by myself moment.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
you had a little moment there where you were just acting with yourself.
Yeah, it was just me. It was just me by myself. That was pretty good. I like that they made the way that Hamilton and Maria became in an affair. Oh my god, did I just see the gobble mode now? That image? The frightening.
Yeah.
I think I just saw the
that's
gobble. I
Goblin.
didn't see that before. That's I like that he has fangs. I like that the way their affair started was because she thought Reynolds was having an affair, and so they
Yeah.
just doubled down.
That's how lots of them start. They're like, well,
Yeah.
he's cheating on me.
I guess me too. And then fade to black.
Oh, actually, do you? It's given me a second. Do you want to continue this story?
To be continued. Let's do it.
Okay, hold on.
Unless
Still
they give more
processing.
people, then I don't know what we're gonna do.
Well, it seems like there's a crowd in this one. Like, I guess they confront their
Oh,
demons.
I guess you can.
Oh, it actually gave me an ending here. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
assuming that it. It's gonna cut me off again.
Rejigged the how do Alexander and Maria continue their affair? Do they split up and
Okay,
go
okay.
back to their significant others?
Who knows? Find out after the intermission. Okay, wait. So do you know where we left off here?
It was the squeezing of the shoulder.
Correct. Okay, so it's my line. All right. Do you know where we are in
I
our
got it. 1
spot?
second. I love you too.
Okay.
I embrace and I love each other. Sorry, I have lost my space. 1 second. Okay. I know, but what can we do? James will never forgive me. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Maria. We have to be brave, Alexander. We can't face the consequences of our actions and we have to find. Oh, line.
I thought
We
we-
have to be brave, Alexander. We have to face the consequences of our actions and find a way to move forward.
I know you're right, but how can we do that when everything we do is so scrutinized by the public?
We'll find a way, together. As long as we have each other, we can get through anything. Alexander stands and takes her hand.
You're right. I love you, Maria, and I'll do whatever it takes to make things right between us.
Maria smiles. I love you too, Alexander. She already said that. Or maybe she didn't. No. They embrace. Their love for each other is stronger than ever before. Fade to black. The next scene. Same place.
Same day.
And same time of day. Hamilton and Maria stand hand in hand as they face the public. Their love for each other on full display.
Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to confess my greatest mistake. I have had an affair with Maria Reynolds, and for that, I am deeply sorry.
The crowd gasps.
What a slut!
The crowd gasps.
And he, an adulterer.
Their shock and disgust palpable.
I understand if you can never forgive me, but I hope that in time you will see that my love for Maria is real and true.
Maria, tears in her eyes. Alexander has been a constant support for me during my difficult time in my marriage. He has shown me love and kindness when no one else would.
Oh, I can't believe this.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Maybe
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
meant to
Oh,
be
yeah.
together.
The crowd begins to murmur, their attitude shifting as they listen to Maria's words.
They actually look like a quite smart couple. Yes, I know.
I take back what I said about a floozy.
I know that I've betrayed not only my wife and children, but also the trust of the people. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make amends and earn your forgiveness.
The crowd falls silent, the weight of Hamilton's words sinking in. Oh, that silver tongue.
Thank you for listening. Hamilton out.
Fade to black. Next scene, same as before. Hamilton's house day.
Also,
Hamilton and
was
Maria.
the crowd inside of
Yeah,
Hamilton's
were they in his house?
Yeah.
Maybe they're like peeking in the window. Hamilton and Maria sit together on the couch. Oh, they had couches back then. Their hands intertwined as they look into each other's eyes. I can't believe we made it through all of that.
Neither can I. But it's all worth it as long as I have you by my side.
Maria leans in to kiss him. I love you, Alexander.
And I love you, Maria.
They sit together, lost in their love for each other, as the camera fades to black. The end.
The end.
Wow.
Credits
now that
roll.
is a romance. Roll the credits.
Roll the credits.
And
the
also roll
pre-credit
our credits,
scene,
because we're
the pre-credit scene is Reynolds sails off
we're
to
actually
Europe.
at an hour. We could.
This is,
Yeah,
this
we
is it,
should have had
guys.
more of him. Surely he had something to say about all this.
Yeah, no, the post-credit scenes is Reynolds is on a ship to Europe, and he's tied up, and Hamilton, like, had him shipped off to Europe to, like, get rid of him.
Oh,
And there's a sequel.
that's a lot of fun just making
Reynolds'
scripts and stuff.
revenge.
Revenge of the Reynolds
Revenge.
pamphlets.
Yes. That was pretty good. Didn't have any
Yeah, and
historical
we're
backing
at a-
whatsoever.
Yeah, I was hoping for more vampires. Did I say in the style of Twilight? I did.
You did say in the
I guess-
style of Twilight, yeah.
Was there any vampire stuff in that?
Nope. I mean, I would say maybe the Fade to Black, but that feels like a very nuanced, normal thing to do in a romantic. But no, no fangs, no what
a
am
lot
I?
of confession of love.
Yeah.
You're a vampire. What are you? You're Alexander
Hello.
Hamilton.
How
Are
long
you
have you
afraid
been
of me now?
17? A while.
Forever.
I'm Alexander Hamilton.
Well-
I'm a 17-year-old vampire, and I'm about to screw up some politics.
I'm about to write another piece of paper that I can't remember the name of.
Cue the music.
Dutch, I don't know if you've been paying. You might have got lost in the romance, but we're at
did
an
it.
hour here.
We did it.
We did it, and we didn't even have to.
Did it.
We didn't even have to learn anything in ahead of time. We
mean, I think-
leveraged the power of AI.
We learned a little bit. I will say, as much as Monroe's been an entertaining president to go through, I don't think he's my favorite. But this
No,
has been a fun.
He didn't do. Well, I mean, he did that thing where he's like, "Hey, if anyone comes over here, you're donezo,"
You're done, so.
and apparently
Yeah.
that worked. So,
Yeah, step off the west part of America. You ain't allowed here.
and then the British are like, "Oh, this guy sounds serious. Maybe we shouldn't do a third war."
We've lost all our money. I will never financially recover
Yeah.
from this. Well,
I wonder how they felt at the time. Well, it was nice to read. Oh, it wasn't a fan fiction, but it was damn close.
hey, I'm happy that we both have, I don't know, we're really good at crowd work.
Yeah, we really know how to keep the crowd, give them their money's
Yeah.
worth.
She's a floozy.
Well, until we might actually, for the audience, we might take the holidays off. We haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, I
But
got
think just
Quincy Adams ready to go. Whatever.
yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll just let an AI write the next one too, and
Yeah.
we'll just get it to say it in our voices. You will never know.
Hey, maybe we'll just turn to robot voices and make an AI do everything, and we just don't do anything ever again.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well, this podcast, just kidding. It's us. We're real. All right. All right, Dutch. Happy
All right, Deep
holidays.
Throat. Happy holidays.
Yell penis as loud as you can.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
Oh, wait, no, I'm at home. I don't want to do that to my mother.
Oh. I'm all alone in here. Maybe my neighbors heard that. All right.
I didn't even hear it. It beeped.
Mine like just clipped a little bit because I yelled it backwards, so it probably sounds
Oh, I'm too close to my mic. Well, I'm gonna hit pause, and you can cut off this rambling whenever you want.
Wait, well, we gotta say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.